In this video, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change and filter on your Mazda 3. It's located underneath the vehicle. To get started, we're going to take off our oil cap. Set it off to the side. I'm going to take the engine splash cover off in order to get to my oil filter. If your splash cover has its opening where it belongs and it's not an aftermarket splash shield, you probably don't have to take it off. All right, so we're going to be removing fasteners and bolts that are all along this edge. What you have on your vehicle may be slightly different, but do your best. You're probably going to use a 10mm socket or an 8mm socket for the bolts. And the push pins are a flathead screwdriver that you pull down and pull out. And there's one more here. Ours is a push pin. Yours will be a bolt. Ours is broken. The actual shield above is broken, so there's nothing to attach it to. All right, now we're going to use a 10mm socket to remove these two bolts. Again, you may have an 8mm socket. And do the same on the other side. Make sure you have a good hand on it so it doesn't fall. And you can remove your splash shield. Using a 17mm short socket and a 3/8 ratchet. Make sure you have a drain bucket ready. All right, so you want to apply pressure to the plug, push it in as you're undoing it. That way the oil doesn't go all over the place. And when you're on your last thread, you can pull it out and be ready for it. Take off your old gasket on your drain plug and replace it. Sometimes you have to unscrew them to get them off. And then you can put the new one on. You're going to clean the area and place the plug in, and then we'll be torquing that once it's snug. We're going to torque this to 30 foot-pounds. And then wipe it off. All right, so I'm going to use a 6mm Allen wrench and loosen up this plug here for the filter. There should be a cover and there should be a filter inside it when you're changing your filter on this car. So we're going to drain the oil out first. And that'll make it easier when changing the filter. I'm going to use my oil filter wrench to take this the rest of the way off after it's done draining. All right, so now you're going to remove the rest of this, and there's your filter. So here is your oil filter. That's what you're going to be changing. This cover should be replaced too. If you don't replace this cover, there is an O-ring right here that you need to replace that goes in here. But you really should replace the cover with the filter. If you're not replacing this cover and you want to replace the O-ring, you're just going to take a flathead screwdriver and start it, and then slowly work your way around to take the O-ring off. Once it's there, you can just walk it off. Now you can put the new one on, using a little oil on there. Make sure it goes over this lip and sits in its little space there. All right, so you're going to want to clean this off and insert this back in after you add a little oil to the O-ring. You're going to want to put some oil on this large O-ring, and that fits onto here. Once again, make sure it's seated in the right spot. This comes separate. You place this on top, like so. So you're going to want to clean the housing. Now you can thread it in. And snug it up. Once the cap is flush with the housing, so there's no space there, you're just going to snug it up like that. Make sure you clean up your mess, wipe off any drips. If you did take your cover down due to the aftermarket cover and the hole being in the wrong spot, now you can put your cover back on. All right, so we're going to put our splash shield up and line it up. It goes above this shield on the side, and then there is that slides into that, and there's one on the other side that slides into this side. That'll help hold it up for you. And I'm going to start with my back corners here, the ones closest to the back of the car. Make sure that you put your splash shield above this little corner here. You may have an 8mm socket bolt for that side, but we're using a 10. And I'm going to do the same on the other corner. All right, so our shield above on the side is broken, so we have nothing to attach this to. I don't think we're going to need anything there with all the other fasteners, so I'm going to leave that be. Now let's go to the other side. And now let's do this one. All right, so your middle bolt first will help hold the rest up. All right, and now I'm going to put my bolt in here. We had a grommet here, a plastic grommet. I'm sure you have a bolt. Ours is broken. The splash shield and the radiator bracket is broken, so we're using a push pin. Do your best. If you also have missing parts, you can make do with other things. You're going to use a funnel. This vehicle takes 4.5 quarts of oil. All right, you can take your funnel out, put your cap on. Now we're going to check our oil. All right, so it's past the full line like it should be. So when we start the vehicle up and let it run for a little bit, and then shut it off, check it again, it should be right where it belongs. To reset your oil light, you're going to want to press this button in before you turn the key at all. So the car's off, and you're going to hold it, and you're going to turn the key. Do not start it, just turn it, and then you're going to look at your trip, and it says reset. Ours is missing some lights. Once it says reset, you can let go and turn the key off. And now you've reset your oil light.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.